Welcome students. In today's lecture, we would be learning about policies and programs for sustainable entrepreneurship and community development, and we would see that how tribal futures is being empowered. As one knows that tribal entrepreneurship refers to the entrepreneurial activities undertaken by members of tribals or indigenous communities. It encompasses various economic endeavors, including small businesses, agriculture ventures, handicraft production, and cultural enterprises. And all these are within tribal context. Tribal entrepreneurship often integrates traditional knowledge, cultural practices, and community values into business activities, reflecting the unique identity and heritage of tribal communities. Tribal entrepreneurship plays a vital role in promoting socio-economic development and fostering inclusive growth in tribal areas. By creating employment opportunities, generating income, and stimulating local economies, tribal entrepreneurship contributes to poverty alleviation, livelihood improvement, and wealth creation within tribal communities. Additionally, tribal entrepreneurship preserves cultural heritage, traditional craftsmanship, and indigenous knowledge system, promoting cultural identity, heritage conservation, and community resilience. Furthermore, tribal entrepreneurship enhances social empowerment, gender inclusivity, and environmental sustainability, fostering holistic development and well-being in tribal societies. Policy initiatives for tribal entrepreneurship encompasses a wide range of objectives and components which are aimed at fostering economic empowerment, preserving cultural heritage, enhancing access to resources, promoting capacity building, ensuring gender inclusivity, and fostering sustainable development. Let us delve into each of these objectives one by one and their corresponding components. The first one is economic empowerment and livelihood promotion. The primary objective is to promote tribal communities economically by promoting entrepreneurship, creating sustainable livelihood, and reducing poverty. In this, facilitating access to financial resources is of prime importance, and this access includes credit facilities, grants, subsidies, and venture capital. These all are done to support startups and expand existing enterprises. Certain income generation activities are undertaken such as agriculture, forestry, handlooms, handicraft, tourism, and non-timber forest produce. Leverage is done on traditional skills and resources. Value additions, product diversification, and market-oriented productions to enhance the competitiveness and profitability of tribal enterprises. Facilitating market linkage is also an important component in which market research is done. Marketing support is there to connect tribal entrepreneurs with domestic and international markets, ensuring fair prices and market access. Another objectives of policies are to promote cultural heritage and traditional knowledge. In this, ventures needs to promote the culture and showcase its culture, its arts, its music, dance, folklore, cuisines, and traditional healing practices. Preservation also means that to support the revival and preservation of indigenous craft, even handlooms, handicraft, and tribal art forms. And this could be done through capacity building, enhancement in capacity building of through how designs are built up, how innovations are made, and how market promotion initiatives are undertaken. In this, encouragement is there to cultural tourism, ecotourism, and community-based tourism that provide opportunities for tribal communities to share their cultural heritage with visitors while generating income and employment. Third objective of the policies are to provide access to financial resources and market linkages. Establishing financial institutions such as National Scheduled Tribes Finance Development Corporations to provide tailored financial products and services to tribal entrepreneurs, including loan, equity support, and venture capital. facilitating and formation of self-help group, cooperatives, and producer organizations to enhance collective bargaining power, access credit, and leverage, have economies of scale. These are some of the financial resources that are required. Even for marketing purpose, promoting digital finance solutions, mobile banking, financial literacy programs, these all are there to improve financial inclusion and empower tribal entrepreneurs to make informed financial decisions. The next objective is the capacity building and the skill development. To equip tribal entrepreneurs with the knowledge, skill, and competencies needed to establish and manage successful enterprise, some steps are taken. For example, organizing entrepreneurship development programs, vocational training courses, skill development, workshop, technical assistance to initiatives tailored to the needs of tribal communities. Even training is provided for business planning, financial management, marketing strategies, technology adoption, quality control, value addition, and regulatory compliances. Other aspects includes offering mentorship, coaching, advisory services to support tribal entrepreneurs at various stages of their entrepreneurial journey, thus fostering innovation, creativity, and continuous learning. Another objective is to promote gender equality, women empowerment, and social inclusion within tribal entrepreneurship initiatives. For this, various special programs are run, such as Adivasi Mahila Sashaktikarana Yojana, to support women entrepreneurs with financial assistance, provide them training and market linkage. Components include creating support environment that facilitates women participation in decision making. Entrepreneurship activities are undertaken so that cultural and societal barriers are removed. Providing access to child care facilities are done, maternal health care service, gender sensitive infrastructure to support women participation in economic activities while balancing family responsibilities. Next objective of the policy initiatives is to maintain sustainable development and environmental conservation, promoting eco-friendly and sustainable livelihood options such as organic farming, agroforestry, renewable energy, and ecotourism that minimize environmental degradation and promote conservation. Integrating principles of sustainable development into entrepreneurial training programs, encouraging waste reduction, energy efficiency, and carbon footprint reductions. Then, strengthening of community based on natural resources management initiatives. Empowering of tribal communities to actively participate in forest conservation, watershed management, soil conservation, and wildlife protection efforts. By addressing these objectives and implementing corresponding components, policies and programs for tribal entrepreneurship strives to create inclusive, resilient, and sustainable pathway to economic development and community well-being for tribal communities. Let us see what are the policy framework for tribal entrepreneurship. The policy framework for tribal entrepreneurship in India encompasses again a range of government initiatives at promoting the welfare, economic empowerment, and socio-economic development of tribal communities. These policies and programs are designed to address the unique challenges faced by tribal entrepreneurs and create an enabling environment for their growth and sustainability. Here is an overview of the key aspects of policy framework as you can see in the slide. Let us have discussion on each and every aspects. The framework at the apex is your Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs is the primary government body responsible for formulating and implementing policies and programs for welfare of tribal communities, including entrepreneurship development programs. Ministry of Tribal Affairs plays a central role in coordinating initiatives across different sectors and ministries to address the specific needs and aspirations of tribal entrepreneurs. There is Wan Dhan Vikas Yojana launched by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The Wan Dhan Vikas Yojana aims to promote value addition and marketing of forest produce by tribal communities. Under this scheme, Wan Dhan Vikas Yojana, various kendras are set up, established to provide infrastructure, training, and market linkage support to tribal gatherers and artisans enabling them to enhance their income through sustainable utilization of forest resources. Then, tribal entrepreneurship development programs are implemented by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The entrepreneurship development program focuses on providing financial assistance, training, and capacity building to support tribal entrepreneurs. Tribal entrepreneurship development program aims to foster entrepreneurship among tribal communities by facilitating access to credit, skill development training, technology transfer, and market linkage, thereby promoting self-employment and enterprise development. Then there is Adivasi Mahila Sashaktikiran Yojana, is a scheme focused on empowering tribal women by promoting entrepreneurship and economic self-reliance. This is again implemented by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Adivasi Mahila Sashaktikiran Yojana provides financial assistance, training and support for setting up income generating activities and micro enterprises among tribal women, thereby enhancing their socio-economic status and empowerment. Then technology, business incubators and startup accelerators are there. Various technology, business incubators and startup accelerators across India are being set up so that it supports tribal entrepreneurs by providing mentorship, infrastructure, networking opportunities and funding support. These institutions focus on nurturing innovations, fostering the growth of tribal-led enterprises in sectors such as agriculture, renewable energy, handicraft and eco-tourism. Overall, we can see that the policy framework for tribal entrepreneurship in India emphasizes the importance of creating an enabling environment for entrepreneurship development among tribal communities. By providing financial assistance, training, capacity building, market linkage, these initiatives aims to unlock the entrepreneurial potential of tribal communities, thus promoting inclusive growth, foster sustainable development in tribal areas. There are certain government initiatives in India. One of such is Van Dhan Vikas Yojana. Van Dhan Vikas Yojana is a flagship initiative by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs aimed at promoting value addition and marketing of forest produce by tribal communities. Launched in April 2018, the Van Dhan Vikas Yojana enhances the livelihood, income and empowerment of tribal communities through sustainable utilization of financial resources or the forest resources. There are certain key features of Van Dhan Vikas Yojana. First one is to formation of Van Dhan Vikas Kendra. The Van Dhan Vikas Kendras focuses on establishing nodal centers for tribal entrepreneurship. These kendras serve as aggregation and processing center where tribal gathers and artisan can collectively process, package and market forest produce and other natural resources. Then under the VDVY, that is your Van Dhan Vikas Yojana, tribal communities are organized into self-help groups and producers group to facilitate collective action and cooperative enterprise development. These groups enable tribal members to pool their resources, share knowledge and skill, and collectively engage in entrepreneurship activities. The Van Dhan Vikas Yojana provides support for infrastructure development at all the kendras, including provision of processing units, storage facilities, transport equipments, and marketing outlets. This infrastructure enables tribal communities to add value to their forest produce, improve product quality, and access wider market. Skill development and capacity building training programs are organized under VDVY to enhance the entrepreneurial capabilities of tribal communities. Training is provided in such areas as value addition, product packaging, quality control, financial management, marketing, and enterprise management. This program also facilitates market linkage for tribal entrepreneurs by connecting them with government procurement agencies, private companies, retail chains, and e-commerce platforms. Additionally, the scheme promotes branding and marketing of tribal products under the Tribe India brand to enhance their visibility and market competitiveness. Financial assistance is provided under this scheme to support establishment and operation of all the kendras and self-help group. This assistance may include grants, subsidies, and revolving fund to meet infrastructure cost. to meet working capital requirement and operational expenses. The implementation of this scheme is decentralized, with state implementing agencies and district level implementing agencies. They are responsible for executing the scheme at grassroots level. This agency work in close coordination with tribal communities, local government, NGO, and other stakeholders to ensure effective implementation and monitoring of the scheme. The Wan Dhan Vikas Yojana aims to harness the entrepreneurial potential of tribal communities and promote sustainable livelihood by leveraging their traditional knowledge and forest resources. Through the establishment of Wan Dhan Vikas Kendra, capacity building initiatives, market linkages, and infrastructure development, this scheme seeks to empower tribal communities, enhance their income level, and contribute to socio-economic development. Another such government initiative is Tribal Entrepreneurship Development Program. This program is an initiative of the Ministry of Tribal Affairs aimed at fostering entrepreneurship among tribal communities through financial assistance, training them, capacity building support is there, and market linkage is there. Launched to empower tribal entrepreneurs and promote economic self-reliance. This program focuses on providing targeted interventions to address the unique challenge faced by tribal entrepreneurs. Certain key features of this program is to provide financial assistance, provide skill development and training facilities, facilitate technology transfer and innovations, provide market linkage and networking, provide mentoring, promotion of women and youth entrepreneurship, then monitoring and evaluation. This initiative provides financial assistance to tribal entrepreneurs in the form of grants, loans, subsidies, even equity support to establish or expand their enterprises. This financial support covers various aspects of entrepreneurship, including startup cost, working capital requirement, infrastructure development, machinery procurement, and marketing expenses. This program, Tribal Entrepreneurship Development Program, emphasizes skill development and capacity building training programs to enhance the entrepreneurial capabilities of tribal entrepreneurs. These training programs cover a wide range of topics, including business planning, financial management, marketing strategies, product development, technology adoption, quality control, and regulatory compliances. TEDP facilitates technology transfer and innovations adopted among tribal entrepreneurs to enhance the productivity, efficiency, and competitiveness of their enterprise. This includes providing access to appropriate technologies, best practices, and technical assistance in areas such as agribusiness, handicraft, handloom, food processing, renewable energy, and ecotourism. TEDP creates opportunities for tribal entrepreneurs to access market, establish linkages with buyers, distributors, retailers, and export market, and expand their linkages, bring business network into it. This includes organizing buyer-sellers meet, trade fairs, exhibitions, and marketing events to showcase tribal products and facilitate business collaborations. This scheme offers hand-holding support and mentorship to tribal entrepreneurs throughout their entrepreneurial journey also. Experienced mentors, business advisors, and industry experts provide guidance, counseling, and technical assistance to entrepreneurs, helping them overcome challenges, capitalize on opportunities, and navigate the complexities of business management. TEDP places special emphasis on promoting women and youth entrepreneurship among tribal communities. It implements targeted initiatives and schemes to empower women and youth entrepreneurs, create conducive environment for their participation, and address gender and age-specific barriers to entrepreneurship development. TEDP also incorporates monitoring and evaluation mechanism to track the progress, outcomes, and impact of entrepreneurship development initiatives. Regular assessment, reviews, and feedback mechanisms are utilized to identify strength, weakness, lessons learned, and areas for improvement in program implementation and delivery. The Tribal Entrepreneurship Development Program plays a crucial role in fostering a culture of entrepreneurship, innovations, and economic empowerment among tribal communities in India. By providing financial support, skill development training, market linkages, and mentorship, TDP program empowers tribal entrepreneurs to start and grow successful enterprise, create employment opportunities, and contribute to socio-economic development of tribal areas. The next is National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation. The key features of this initiative is to offer a wide range of financial assistance program tailored to the need of tribal entrepreneurs. This program include term loan, working capital loan, equity support, and skill development loans. Financial assistance is provided at concessional rate. Concessional rate, that is the low rate of interest with flexible repayment term to facilitate entrepreneurship development among tribal communities. The National Tribes Finance and Development Corporation also provide credit facilities to tribal entrepreneurs for various purposes, including setting up of new enterprises, expanding existing businesses, acquiring machinery and equipment, meeting working capital requirements. The corporation offers customized financial solutions to address the specific need and constraints of tribal entrepreneurs. And these entrepreneurs operate in diverse sector and they are being provided support. The sector may be agriculture, agribusiness, handloom, handicraft, service, or either any small scale industries. In addition to your conventional lending products, this organization also extends venture capital support to tribal entrepreneurs with high growth potential and innovative business ideas. Venture capital funding is provided to startups, growth stage enterprises, technology-driven ventures in strategic sectors identified for tribal entrepreneurship development. This support enables tribal entrepreneurs to access risk capital and scale up their business to compete in national and international market. National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation organizes skill development, training programs, and capacity building workshop for tribal entrepreneurs to enhance their entrepreneur capabilities and business management skills. This program covers topics such as business planning, financial management, marketing strategy, technology adoption, regulatory compliances. By investing in human capital development, this organization aims to empower tribal entrepreneurs to succeed in competitive business environment and drive economic growth in tribal areas. Again, this organization facilitates market linkages and networking opportunities for tribal entrepreneurs to connect with potential buyers, distributors, retailers, and export market. The corporation collaborates with trade association, industry chambers, government agencies, and marketing agencies to promote tribal product and create market access opportunities. This support enables tribal entrepreneurs to showcase their product, expand their customer base, and increase sales volume, thereby improving their income level and livelihood. This organization advocates for policy reforms and regulatory interventions to create an enabling environment for tribal entrepreneurship development. The corporation represents the interest of tribal enterprises at various forums, engages with policymakers, and provide input to the formulation of pro-entrepreneurship policies and programs. By lobbying for conducive policy framework, this organization seeks to address systemic barriers and unlock the potential of tribal entrepreneurs to contribute to inclusive development and sustainable development. The National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation plays a pivotal role in supporting tribal entrepreneurship. thus fostering economic empowerment and promoting socio-economic development in tribal areas. Through its diverse range of financial products, capacity building initiatives, market linkages, and policy advocacy efforts, this organization empowers tribal entrepreneurs to realize their entrepreneurial aspirations, create wealth, and build prosperous communities. Now, we will discuss key objectives and components of current policy or programs for welfare of tribal entrepreneurship in India, and how does it aim to address socio-economic challenges faced by tribal communities and promote entrepreneurship within these communities. And we would have some examples of specific initiatives or interventions under the policy. The current policy framework in India for the welfare of tribal entrepreneurship aims to address the socio-economic challenges faced by tribal communities and promote entrepreneurship within these communities. The key objectives and components of this policy include promoting economic empowerment. The policy seeks to empower tribal communities economically by fostering entrepreneurship and creating sustainable livelihood opportunities. It aims to reduce dependency on traditional livelihood and enhances income generation through entrepreneurship. While promoting economic development, the policy also emphasizes the preservation of tribal cultural heritage and traditional knowledge. It encourages entrepreneurship initiatives that are rooted in tribal cultures and traditions such as handicraft, handlooms, and traditional medicines. Recognizing the challenges faced by tribal entrepreneurs in accessing resources such as finance, market, and technical know-how, the policy aims to bridge this gap. It provides support in terms of financial assistance, skill development, training, market linkages, and infrastructure development. The policy is designed to be inclusive, ensuring that all segments of tribal communities, including women, youth, and marginalized groups, have equal opportunities to participate in entrepreneurship. Special initiatives are undertaken to empower tribal women entrepreneurs and support youth-led startups. The policy emphasizes the importance of institutional support mechanisms for tribal entrepreneurship. It works towards strengthening institutions such as Tribal Development Agencies, Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, and National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation to provide guidance, mentorship, and financial assistance to tribal entrepreneurs. Recognizing the environmental and ecological significance of tribal areas, the policy promotes sustainable entrepreneurship practices. It encourages ventures that are environmentally friendly, such as ecotourism, organic farming, and renewable energy projects. The policy framework emphasizes the need for coordination efforts among various government departments, agencies, and stakeholders to effectively implement entrepreneurship development programs for tribal communities. It ensures synergy between different schemes and initiatives to maximize impact. There are certain examples of initiatives, as we have already discussed, like Van Dhan Vikas Yojana, Tribal Entrepreneurship Development Program, Adivasi Mahila Sashaktikara Yojana, the National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation. In Adivasi Mahila Sashaktikara Yojana, the scheme focuses on empowering tribal women for promoting entrepreneurship and economic self-reliance. It provides financial assistance, training, and support for setting up income-generating activities and micro-enterprises among tribal women. The next, we would be understanding the role of financial assistance and access to capital in supporting tribal entrepreneurship, and how does the policy ensure equitable access to finance for tribal entrepreneurship, considering the factors such as geographical remoteness, lack of collateral, and financial literacy barriers. We would also be discussing the mechanisms in place to provide loans, grants, or venture capital to tribal entrepreneurs. And we would be highlighting success stories or case studies illustrating the impact of financial support on entrepreneurs and their development. Financial assistance and access to capital play a crucial role in supporting tribal entrepreneurship by providing the necessary resources to start, expand, or sustain businesses. However, tribal entrepreneurs often face challenges in accessing this finance due to factors such as geographical remoteness, lack of collateral, and low level of financial literacy. The policy framework for tribal entrepreneurship in India addresses these challenges and aims to ensure equitable access to finance through various mechanisms. Like the specialized financial institutions are being set up. The policy leverages specialized financial institutions like National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation to provide financial assistance to tribal entrepreneurs. These initiatives offer tailored loan products, venture capital, and other financial services specifically designed to meet the needs of tribal communities. The policy may include provisions for subsidized loan or grants to tribal entrepreneurs, reducing the financial burden associated with starting or expanding businesses. These financial incentives help overcome barriers related to capital scarcity and high interest rate, particularly in regions with limited access to mainstream financial institutions. Recognizing the challenges faced by tribal entrepreneurs in providing collateral for loans, the policy may facilitate collateral-free financing operations. This allows entrepreneurs to access credit based on factors such as their business plan, potential for growth, and repayment capacity rather than traditional collateral requirements. The policy emphasizes the importance of capacity building initiatives and financial literacy programs to empower tribal entrepreneurship with the knowledge and skill needed to manage finance effectively. Training programs and workshops to educate entrepreneurs on financial management, budgeting, credit utilization, loan repayment, and improving their ability to access and utilize financial resources. In addition to formal financial institution, the policy also promotes community-based financing models such as help group or cooperative societies. These grassroots organizations pool resources, provide mutual support, and offer access to microfinance services, empowering tribal entrepreneurs to the local level. The policy encourages partnership with NGOs, development agencies, and microfinance institutions to extend financial services to tribal entrepreneurs. These organizations often have extensive network, local knowledge, and innovative approaches to reach undeserved communities, underserved communities, and provide tailored financial solutions. There are success stories and case studies which highlights the impact of financial support on tribal entrepreneurship development. One of such case is in the village of Odisha. A group of tribal women received financial assistance through a government-sponsored scheme to establish a cooperative to produce and market traditional handicraft. With access to capital, training, and market linkages, the cooperative flourished, generated sustainable income for its members, and preserved indigenous craft traditions. Another case is in the northeast region of India. A tribal entrepreneurs received a low-interest loan from Tribal Development Agency to set up a small-scale agro-processing unit. The financial support enabled the entrepreneur to purchase machinery, raw materials, and infrastructure, leading to increased production and market access. The enterprise created employment opportunity for local tribal youth and contributed to economic development of the region. These case studies demonstrates the transformative impact of financial assistance and access to capital in unlocking the entrepreneurial potential of tribal communities, fostering economic growth and promoting sustainable livelihood. Thank you for listening patiently. Thank you very much.